Welcome back to Sunday Report. I'm John Glasgow. The U.S. Supreme Court struck down tens of millions of student loan borrowers' hopes in seeing tens of thousands of dollars wiped away from their debt. It's yet another major blow from the justices to the Biden administration. So let's welcome in Elaine Parker, president of Job Creators Network Foundation. Russ Ryan, he's a senior litigation counsel at New Civil Liberties Alliance. And also back with us, former New York Congressman and FBI Special Agent Michael Grimm, as well as Clara Del Villar, directors of senior initiatives at Freedom Works Foundation. Welcome, everyone. So, Elaine, I want to start with you. What does it show the American people that, one, President Joe Biden's big campaign promises, again, not being fulfilled? What's your reaction to it?
Well, our reaction is basically this was just a great victory for the American people, and even more importantly, a victory for our Constitution. This is probably one of the most egregious examples of executive overreach in modern American history. But instead of respecting the rule of law and the Supreme Court's decision, the president has promised even more executive overreach. He announced yesterday expanded income-driven repayment plans. He also talked about a grace period up to 12 months on the repayment start, which is supposed to start September 1st. But now he's going to give people a 12-month grace period to actually get started. And all the while, the interest is going to keep accruing on their loans. So I'm not really sure how that would help them. If he really cared about the students and these borrowers, he would get to the root cause of the problem, and that's these colleges and universities that continue to increase tuition at an unsustainable rate.
Yeah, I mean, it just puts people so far behind once they get out of school with these, lucrative fees to get in. Russ, former President Donald Trump spoke about the SCOTUS student loans ruling. He was in South Carolina yesterday. Listen to this. This is what he had to say.
Yesterday, the Supreme Court also ruled that President Biden is not allowed to wipe out hundreds and hundreds of billions, probably trillions of dollars in student loan debt, which would have been very unfair to the millions and millions of people who have paid their debt through hard work and diligence.
So, Russ, they put this on the Supreme Court, which it's Republican, but this isn't money that was available to begin with, correct?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This is clearly something that's a great victory for the Constitution, for the rule of law, for separation of powers. And look, if they go forward with some of these plans that the president floated yesterday, we're going to stand ready to fight here at the New Civil Liberties Alliance. We're going to try to stop it.
So, Clara, the Democrats, they clearly knew that the president did not have the power to do this. I mean, Nancy Pelosi even said years ago that this wasn't possible. Listen here.
People think that the president of the United States has the power for debt forgiveness. He does not. He can postpone, he can delay, but he does not have that power. That has to be an act of Congress.
A lot of Republicans probably don't agree with Nancy Pelosi most times, but they probably do right there, right?
Again, missing the big picture, the Democrats forget that their strategy to level the playing field was flawed. Right. All the students and parents that struggled to repay those loans, all the children that didn't go to college and yet worked at other fields, they were the losers here. They were losing out. So essentially, this was always a flawed strategy.
And Michael, to the point of, let's say you're a small business. You got to go to get a small business loan to get started. Why should we be, throwing money at students that are going to make $100,000 once they're out of college?
No, listen, you're 100% right, and I have to admit, I worked with Nancy Pelosi. She was the minority leader when I went to Congress, and I can't believe I actually agree with her. So here's one time where I'm one of those Republican members of Congress, former thereof, that actually agrees with Nancy Pelosi. But she's right, that the power of the purse strings has always been in the Congress. And it's the one thing that the House has. It's the only real power that the House has. That's what makes the House of Representatives, it derives all its power from the power of the purse. Even the Senate doesn't have that power that the House has, and the president certainly doesn't have it, the separation of powers. This was a victory for the Constitution and the interpretation of the Constitution, but you're 100% right. It's a fundamental fairness issue. I'm still paying my loans, okay? It's been 22 years, but I'm still paying them because I took a 30-year plan so that I could afford it. And there's a lot of hardworking young men and women that have had to do the same. And I think you're just poking them in the eye if you turn around and wipe out the debt for those that didn't have to pay it back.
And Biden's still trying to push this through, but going about it now a different way. He's thinking of other ways he can do this. Elaine, what is this possibly going to ever happen, or is this just a political campaign that's going to get shot down?
Well, look, I mean, the president announced 2 plans through executive overreach yesterday. They're also looking at the Higher Education Act. We really think that the administration needs to work with Congress and move from forgiveness to accountability. We've got colleges and universities that are sitting on $700 billion in endowments. All the while, they're increasing tuition at twice the rate of inflation on these students. And they're paying their college presidents and football coaches millions of dollars, and they continue raising this tuition, and they have developed degree programs that frankly don't have jobs that provide the return on investment to pay back these loans. There needs to be accountability, and we need to do that through bipartisan congressional hearings and haul these college presidents into Congress and ask them how they're going to solve the problem that they've created.
Yeah. Russ, we have about 20 seconds. Real quick, want to give you a last thought.
Sure. With a lot of things with the administrative state, this is like playing whack-a-mole. They just don't take no for an answer. And if they go forward with these plans, I agree with Elaine, this would be a breathtaking degree of contempt, not just for the Constitution, but for the taxpayer and for the elected representatives in Congress. The way to do this is through a law passed by Congress, and then it gets signed by the president.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. Elaine Parker, Russ Ryan, thank you so much. Michael Grimm, as well as Clara Del Villar, thank you so much for being here.